Hey guys, in today's video, what we're going to be doing is covering a side hustle that's actually helped my company bring in anywhere from $99 per customer up to $500 per customer per month. So the cool thing about today's side hustle is I believe that any of you who are watching this video right now can actually start doing this as soon as you're done watching this video, or tomorrow or tonight, however you want to get started, or however soon you want to get started. But all you're going to need is access to the internet. You're going to need a phone or a computer, and then access to Facebook or Instagram. Now, I also think that this side hustle opportunity is a great opportunity for you to take the money and pay off your car, pay off any extra debt you have, pay money towards your mortgage, maybe increase your investing potential, or whatever you want to use the money for. But before we get into it, my name is Joseph. My wife Stephanie and I create weekly videos about what it's like to invest, build wealth, and pursue financial independence. So if those are things that you're interested in, consider subscribing and come hang out with us at least 2 to 3 times every week. So for the past several years, my team and I have set up several side hustle incomes that have brought us anywhere from $99 per month up to thousands of dollars per month. And what I want to do in this series, if you didn't watch the previous video, we'll pop up a card here and it'll be down in the description. But what I want to do in this side hustle series is actually share these realistic jobs with you so you can go out there and try to do them yourself and or maybe turn it into your own business as well. So the focus for today's video is covering one of the simplest but yet most effective strategies and side hustles that I believe you can actually go out and earn an extra $500 per month with just 3 to 5 clients. Now, before we get started, I think it's really important to understand we're not selling you some course and we're not trying to give you like this get rich quick type of scheme. We're actually focused on things that are true side hustles that can make you money. But I think side hustle has also become one of these buzzwords that people are using and maybe not even really trying these things out. So just keep that in mind. Whenever we're talking about side hustles, we're talking about real things that we've done, things that we've implemented that I think you can actually accomplish. And the other important thing to understand is if you want to get this side hustle income, you're going to have to put in something called time and work. But if you're able to do that and you do put in the time and the work and your energy into these things, you can actually reap the rewards, which is more income, by putting in that time and that effort. And if you take this seriously and you decide to go implement this and you actually start earning more money and you take that money that you're earning and you do something with it like paying off your debt and or buying more assets that can make you more money, then you're just giving your side hustle more power. You're giving your money more power and you're actually giving your money a job, which is saying, hey, money, go out there and earn me more money, which puts you a lot further than most people, which eventually becomes passive income. So let's jump into this week's side hustle, which is actually managing social media for real estate agents or any other local business. It just depends on if you want to broaden your scope of people who you can work for, which if you do this side hustle right, it can earn you anywhere from $500 to $1,000 per month. And you can actually do this from anywhere in the world. If you have a phone or computer that has access to the internet and you can access social media, I think you can start earning money within 7 to 30 days. Now let's go ahead and break down exactly how to get started, how to get your first client, and how to get paid your first dollars as an entrepreneur working online. So the first thing we need to do is actually identify a skill or something that we can do to solve a problem for our client, because if we can do that, that's the reason they're going to want to pay us. So one of the first things we start off with is actually sending happy birthday messages to our real estate agents' contacts. The reason being is most real estate agents don't have the time, even though they want to send these messages, they just can't allocate enough time in their day to send them. So they're looking for somebody to say, hey, can you give me more time in my day by doing this for me? Now, what most people do is they go out and they say, oh, it's somebody's birthday, let me post on the wall, which is what everybody does. Well, the difference here is we're saying, hey, we're going to go ahead and create a tailored message we're going to send to each person and we're going to send it to their inbox, which is going to have a lot more impact than actually just posting on the wall like everybody else does on social media. Now, if you want to take it up a notch, what we've actually done for some of our clients is had them record a birthday message, very generic message that says something like, hey, I know it's your birthday. I just want to take a minute to send this video message to wish you a great day. I hope that you get love from all the people you want to get love from, and I hope you have the most wonderful birthday. Now, the cool thing about this process that makes it different than everybody else is everybody who responds back to the birthday message that you send out, you can actually add to the agent's email database and or their CRM, right? Their customer relation management system. And the agent's going to say, man, that really helps a lot. I get all these people into my database. I know when their birthday is. I have all their contact information, and they're willing to pay you for that. Now, with just this strategy alone, you can charge anywhere from $25 per month up to $99 per month. So that means you can be earning up to $1,000 per month just for sending happy birthday messages and actually moving people into your client's CRM. The next thing that we've implemented that you can also implement is actually going out to your client's social media pages and posting content that's going to help increase engagement. Now, the great thing about this strategy is you can actually go out there and use something like ChatGPT or Bard and utilize that to find the content that's going to help increase that engagement. Or you can just go to social media specifically in your client's niche. So if they're a real estate agent, going and looking in hashtag real estate, hashtag realtors of Instagram, and then finding the content that's really engaging and then repurpose that in order to create more engagement for your real estate agent. Now, a really cool thing is there's a lot of social media managers that are out there charging about $1,000 per month for doing this type of work. But I think for you starting out, be ready to charge anywhere from about $199 up to maybe $500 as somebody who's getting started. And because you're actually coupling this with sending birthday messages and moving people from social media into the client CRM, you're actually going to have a lot more value than somebody that's actually just going out and making posts. So it's going to be a lot easier for you to get more yeses than no's compared to anybody else trying to do the strategy. So if you do the math and you're charging $500 per client and you have 10 clients, you can be earning up to $5,000 per month with this strategy alone. All right, now that we know exactly why people will pay us, we actually have to go out and find these clients, and we have to have a strategy that's going to bring them to us. Now, this is the part that most marketing companies will probably charge you for. They're like, hey, I told you exactly how you can get paid. Now, if you want to get paid, you got to come here to learn from me, not me. Today, you're actually going to be getting this information for free, and you can probably have your next client within the next 7 days, if not tomorrow. So one of the main goals for these videos is I want you to earn extra side hustle income ASAP and not have to come out of pocket in order to start earning this money. I want you to actually earn money before you start paying for anything. So this is a really cool process that we have with this side hustle series. So again, if you're liking this video, make sure you give it a like and make sure you subscribe for the next one as well. But let's continue the video now. So the main thing in this next step of the strategy is to make sure you don't overthink it. I think a lot of people get into this and they start overthinking things. Don't do that. Just follow the steps, do exactly what you need to do to get your next client. Now, I personally believe, because we've done this in the past, the easiest place to get your next client is using Facebook stories or Instagram stories, and that's going to help you actually get people to raise their hand. Now, the first strategy we're going to use whenever we're using stories is we're actually going to use the poll option. We've all seen them if you're using social media. Essentially what that means is they ask a question, or somebody asks a question, and they give you a couple of options, either yes or no, or, you know, this thing fits me or it doesn't fit me. Now, if you don't know what that is, I'll probably pop up a screenshot somewhere here, but essentially what we're going to do is we're going to use a question format that gets people to raise their hands. For example, we're probably going to ask something like, hey, does anybody know somebody that needs help managing their social media? Or does anybody know someone that is struggling to run their business through social media that could use some help? And then your two options can either be yes or no, or they can be something to the effect of, yes, I know somebody, or yes, I need help. Now, for anybody who answers yes to your questions, you're going to go ahead and follow up with them and tell them what you're offering. And then when it comes to pricing, you can either do one of two things. You can tell them exactly what your price is, or you can ask them specifically, hey, what do you think this is worth to you? Now, taking this strategy a step further, rather than just asking an A/B question, right, like yes or no question, what you want to do is ask a more open-ended question. And what I mean by that is, I'll pop up a screenshot of this in a minute. You're not going to ask a yes/no question. You're not going to give them a poll, but you're going to actually ask an open-ended question they can fill out an answer to. So what you're going to do next is actually post on your stories. Quick question: is managing social media hard or easy for you? And then you can have some emojis pointing down to the actual answer box. Now, the cool thing about this strategy is people are going to answer the question and probably give you a lot more detail. And whenever they do that, it gives you the opportunity to dive into what they need help with, and then gives you the opportunity to also make the offer that you want to make in order to grow your business and get these people as clients. Now, the important thing to note here is maybe 1 in 5 or 1 in 10 people will actually turn into clients. Now, the other important thing to note is it may take several story posts in order to get people to start engaging with this, especially if you don't use social media a lot. So being an entrepreneur is a lot of no's coming in, but eventually people start saying yes and you start getting better at your scripts. But hey, that's being an entrepreneur. You have to be willing to take the no's in order to get to the yeses. And if you can take that, you will eventually get to the yeses, and they'll start compounding, and you'll start compounding your clients. And all of a sudden you're making that extra $500, $1,000, up to $5,000 a month through a side hustle. Now, at some point in the near future, I'll probably put together exact scripts that we use in order to get our clients. But I think for now, this video is enough for you to go out and start posting your stories, start asking your questions, and get your first 5 to 10 clients paying you extra income every month through this side hustle. So I hope you can see what a realistic side hustle is that can actually earn you income versus people that are out there just throwing the word side hustle out there and just making videos about things they've never done. These are things we've actually implemented in our business that have actually brought in income for us. So if you have the will to go out there and put your name out there and put yourself out there, I think anybody with the internet, somebody with a phone and or a computer, can actually start doing this as soon as today. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you like and also subscribe to catch next week's realistic side hustle that can actually earn you an extra $500 to $1,000 per month. But most importantly, don't forget to give yourself permission to be wealthy.